I want to get out. It's not fair. I won't be able to deliver presents to children all over the world.
It's Halloween and Santa Claus has been captured by the devil. Will Mrs. Claus be able to save her husband?
It all started on Halloween.
Mrs. Claus was her usual self. She was extremely clumsy and damaged everything. Poor Mrs. Claus.
Over the years, Mrs. Claus' sight had been deteriorated.
Oh, darling, we have lots of presents to wrap up this year.
Oh, darling, yes, we have lots to do. Please stop kissing the Elf King.
Mrs. Claus then stands on Santa's foot again and walks on lots of gift-wrapped presents for Christmas Eve. Santa's face is livid.
You have just walked over more presents. Please stop standing on the presents.
Santa starts spinning around like a crazed madman.
It was clear Santa had lost his marbles. Santa somehow looked very different and started doing very peculiar things.
The reason for this, somebody gave Santa a poisonous drink earlier on in the day. Who would do such a nasty thing? The Elf King summoned a meeting.
I have reasons to believe Santa had turned to the dark side. The Santa we know and trust has turned into being a follower of the devil. Santa must be banished from Santaland. All those in favour, please put your hands up.
Mrs. Claus started to cry, but she knows this is all for the best. Santa walks towards the devil's lair. There are spooky noises, howling, several weird creatures running around the graveyard. Santa knocks on the door.
I want to become leader of the world. Come on into my amazing mansion. Devil, I'd like to join you and help you take over the world. What would you do to help me?
I could get Rudolph to help us fly around the world.
Why would I want to do that when I can appear anywhere in the world with a magic wand?
The devil pushes him into the cell and he is left there to rot.
Get into the cell. You are of no use to me anymore.
As soon as he lands on the floor in the cell, the spell from the devil wears off and he is back to the loving Santa he always was. Santa looks around and he notices a lot of horrible creatures in the various cells and he noticed one zombie in the cell next door. He starts shivering and the zombie reaches out towards him. He gives him some of his favourite apple. Fortunately for Santa, he is a vegetarian zombie.
He gives the apple back as he only eats rotten fruit and veg, and it stinks.
Hey, young man, what are you doing here for? I think I was poisoned. Oh boy.
I think it was either by the Elf King or the devil.
Ha 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 ha! I finally trapped you. Ha 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 ha! Why keep me in here? What about all the presents for all the children in the world? Well, from now, Mr. Claus, they're only going to get broken toys. Ha 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 ha!
out and the other creatures start going mad and laughing their heads off.
I only want to take presents to the children around the world and make them happy. They will hate me forever.
Meanwhile, the friendly zombie escapes through the dungeon bars and starts his journey to Santa's land. Santa is too big to get through the bars.
The zombie arrives in Santa's land after days of walking. Mrs. Claus and the elves were extremely scared of the zombies.
Yo man, let me in.
We can't find the door.
Come on man, it's freezing out here.
How can you prove you are not like all the other deadly zombies?
Yo man, watch this.
Everybody knows that zombies only eat other humans. Mrs. Claus opens the door.
What brings you here?
Me. I'm going to help you save Santa respect.
Where is he?
That devil's dungeon.
Let's get him back.
Yes, we miss him loads.
Respect.
Mrs. Claus, the elves can travel to Devil's Dungeon. What lies in their wait?
The three try to get into the dungeon.
Oh, get out! I know it's you, Mrs. Claus.
The elf changes into a mouse, but he is caught out by the devil.
Get out, you ugly little elf!
The three of them finally work out how to get Santa out by working as a team on Christmas Eve. They do this by distracting the devil and the zombie. Mrs. Claus breaks the bars and gets Santa out. He delivers all of the presents to the children in the world. Santa's got the presents! We're so happy! Do Louis Walsh! And then Santa invites everyone round to his house to have a Christmas party. Santa was so kind, he even invited the devil and his zombie friends.